Israel's Foreign Intelligence Service is renowned for its covert operations, intelligence gathering, and influence across global arenas. Since its founding in 1951, the Mossad has focused much of its energy on the Arab and Islamic world, often regarded by Israel as a key area for both potential threats and opportunities. Its work in the region, ranging from intelligence gathering to covert sabotage and political influence, reflects the strategic importance of these nations to Israeli security and foreign policy. These objectives align closely with Israeli national security interests, often rooted in the region's geopolitical complexities. Intelligence gathering. One of the primary missions of the Mossad is collecting intelligence on political, military, and technological developments in Arab and Islamic countries. This includes monitoring enemy states, tracking the progress of military capabilities, and closely following the political shifts that may impact Israel's security. Such intelligence is critical for maintaining a strategic advantage in a volatile region, with a particular focus on nations like Iran, Syria, Lebanon, and various Gulf states. Counter-terrorism. A significant portion of the Mossad's operations involves combating organizations that pose direct threats to Israeli interests. These include Palestinian groups like Hamas, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and other regional jihadist organizations. The Mossad engages in preemptive strikes, including targeted assassinations, aimed at neutralizing leaders of these groups or dismantling networks that plan attacks against Israel. One famous example is the 1972 Munich Olympics massacre response, where the Mossad tracked down and eliminated members of the Palestinian group responsible, preventing weapons proliferation. The Mossad works actively to prevent the acquisition and development of weapons of mass destruction, WMDs, by hostile regimes, particularly in the Islamic world. Iran's nuclear program has been a prime target of Mossad operations, with efforts to gather intelligence and sabotage critical infrastructure related to nuclear development. The Mossad's role in the introduction of the Stuxnet cyber attack, which delayed Iran's nuclear progress, highlights the use of advanced technological warfare in such operations. Destabilizing hostile regimes and groups. The Mossad has, in some cases, sought to destabilize hostile regimes or encourage internal strife in countries that pose a threat to Israel. This can be done through covert support for opposition groups or by fueling internal political unrest. Though often done behind the scenes, the objective is to keep adversaries internally preoccupied, reducing their ability to engage Israel militarily or politically. Facilitating diplomatic relations. In recent years, one of the Mossad's roles has been to engage in back-channel diplomacy with Arab and Muslim-majority states. The normalization of relations between Israel and the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Sudan, and Morocco via the Abraham Accords is believed to have been facilitated, in part, by Mossad's discreet meetings with political and intelligence leaders from these countries. The agency has reportedly worked on opening lines of communication that have led to strategic shifts in the region, creating new alliances in the face of mutual concerns, particularly regarding Iran. Over the years, the Mossad has executed several high-profile missions in the Arab and Islamic world that have shaped its reputation as one of the world's most effective intelligence agencies. Operation Entebbe, 1976. After a group of Palestinian and German terrorists hijacked an Air France flight and diverted it to Uganda, the Mossad, in coordination with Israeli defense forces, gathered critical intelligence for a rescue operation. The successful rescue of 102 hostages from Entebbe airport highlighted the Mossad's ability to collect and act on intelligence in high-pressure situations. Assassination of Mahmoud al-Mabah, 2010. Al-Mabah, a senior Hamas military commander, was assassinated in Dubai, an operation widely attributed to the Mossad. The assassination, conducted by a team of agents using fake identities and passports, was a classic example of a well-coordinated Mossad mission. While the operation strained diplomatic relations between Israel and several countries whose passports were used, it demonstrated the agency's focus on eliminating key figures in anti-Israel groups. Operations against Iran. Iran's nuclear program has been a primary focus of Mossad's recent efforts. The assassination of several Iranian nuclear scientists and the sabotage of nuclear facilities have been widely attributed to the Mossad. Notably, the 2020 assassination of Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, a top Iranian nuclear scientist, was a sophisticated operation that significantly set back Iran's nuclear capabilities. Operation Wrath of God, 1970s. Following the massacre of 11 Israeli athletes at the 1972 Munich Olympics by Palestinian militants, the Mossad launched a covert campaign to track down and eliminate those responsible. This long-term operation, known as Wrath of God, involved the assassination of key individuals linked to the attack across Europe and the Middle East, showcasing the agency's reach and commitment to retaliatory justice. Lebanon and Hezbollah. The Mossad has also been active in Lebanon, particularly in targeting Hezbollah, the Iranian-backed Shia militia. Throughout the 1990s and 2000s, the agency conducted numerous operations against Hezbollah leaders, including the high-profile assassination of Imad Mughnieh, a senior Hezbollah commander, in a 2008 car bomb in Damascus, Syria. The Mossad employs a wide range of methods to accomplish its missions, from traditional espionage to cutting-edge cyber warfare. Human intelligence, HUM, recruiting agents from within target countries, is a key tactic for the Mossad. These agents provide on-the-ground information, facilitating both intelligence gathering and sabotage operations. Cyber and electronic warfare. In the modern era, cyber tools have become an integral part of the Mossad's capabilities. The agency has been involved in cyber attacks against infrastructure, as seen in the Stuxnet worm targeting Iranian nuclear centrifuges. Additionally, Mossad utilizes advanced surveillance technologies to monitor communications and movements within hostile territories. Covert assassinations. Assassination has long been a tool used by the Mossad to eliminate individuals deemed threats to Israeli security. These killings are often highly sophisticated, involving intricate planning and careful execution to avoid detection and diplomatic fallout. Diplomatic channels and influence operations. The Mossad has increasingly been involved in intelligence diplomacy, where they build relations with foreign intelligence agencies and governments in the Arab world. This network is used to foster alliances and influence political decisions beneficial to Israeli interests. While the Mossad's operations have been successful in many respects, they are not without controversy. Several operations, particularly assassinations, have led to strained diplomatic relations with countries whose sovereignty was violated. Additionally, failures, such as the botched assassination attempt on Hamas leader Khaled Mashal in Jordan 1997, have exposed the limits and risks of such operations. Moreover, the ethical questions surrounding targeted killings and covert sabotage remain a contentious issue in international law and diplomacy. The Mossad's work in the Arab and Islamic world is a critical component of Israel's national security strategy. Through a combination of intelligence gathering, covert operations, cyber warfare, and diplomatic maneuvering, the Mossad has played a pivotal role in shaping the geopolitical landscape of the region. Although often shrouded in secrecy, its influence is felt across the Middle East, as it continues to operate in an environment defined by complexity, volatility, and enduring conflict.